getting this willy-nilly this morning. Hopefully it all fits in quite nicely. There are a number of people I'd like to welcome first of all. I suppose our benefactors are first, which is the Harrison family, because it is the Harrison Family Bursary Fund. And I'd like to welcome Aidan, Darren and Sean here today, who are representing Channor Real Estate Group. I'd also like to welcome our three recipients of the awards, Emily, Elia and Adonai, and their families. I would also like to welcome the family members representing the Scarlett, Heffernan and Maddock families, which are the three awards are all called after past teachers here in Rath Dara Community College. We'd like to also welcome the following: Monica Lawless from Empower, Janet Murphy from the DDLEP Development Team, our Chairperson of the Board of Management, Councillor Mary McCamley, and of our other members of the Board of Management are with us today, the parents from our Parents Association, all the staff there of Rath Dara Community College, and finally to our wonderful students from transition year, 5th year and 6th year who are here with us today. Why are we here and how did this all happen? Well, we're here because firstly of the kindness and generosity of the Harrison family, whose company Channor Real Estate Group have donated €24,000 to Rath Dara Community College, which will be a graduate bursary fund which equates to €6,000 a year for the next 4 years. So this enables us to award 3 €2,000 bursaries to graduates from the years 2024, 2025, 2026 and 2027 year groups. So all the transition years, 5th years and 6th years that are down here today, one of you could be a recipient of this award in the future. Each award is called after past teachers of Rath Dara Community College who have sadly passed away. The Maddock Award is called after the late Perry Maddock. The Heffernan Award is called after the late Mary Heffernan, and the Scarlett Award is called after the late Paddy Scarlett. And when I think of words like enthusiastic, supportive, respectful, kind, professional, diligent, thoughtful, charismatic, and of course caring, I think of all three of these inspiring teachers who inspired so many to reach their full potential. They were fantastic teachers, fantastic friends, and fantastic mentors. Paddy Scarlett had a vision for a graduate bursary many years ago. He constantly talked about the need for it and the benefits it would bring to the school. While Paddy brought so much to fruition in his 25 years in the school, the graduate bursary never happened. However, the dream never went away. And when Miss Boyle and I took over the leadership of the school nearly 5 years ago, we discovered and we discussed our vision. Miss Boyle felt a bursary fund was a must. We discussed the idea with the new Parents Association a couple of years ago, and they agreed to fundraise for that purpose. And for those of you who don't believe in miracles, well, one happened. A thing called serendipity happened. And serendipity is a noun, and it means the occurrence and development of events by chance in a happy and beneficial way. In other words, a stroke of good fortune happened. Sean Murphy, not Mr. Murphy that we know, but another Sean Murphy, who works for Channor Real Estate Group, walked through the front door of the school of Rath Dara Community College, Christmas 12 months ago. He was like one of the three wise men with a gift of gold. And that gold was an offer of 24,000 graduate bursary funds. And so that was the beginning of the Harrison Family Bursary Fund. And Emily, Elia and Adonai, you guys are the first beneficiaries. Congrats and well deserved, and a big bull of bus. Maybe Paddy was looking after us, and I'm sure he was. But who knows? But what we do know is the strong determination and the desire to fulfill a dream will eventually get you over the line somehow. Thank you so much, Aidan Harrison, and your family, and Channor Real Estate Group for making this dream a reality. Bull of us, guys. And just to give you an idea of what's going to happen next, is we're going to invite 3 teachers up on the stage. We're going to give you a bit of a background to the 3 teachers that we are celebrating as part of the awards today. We have named the awards, as I mentioned, the Manic Award, Scarlet Award, and the Heffernan Award. So now I'd like to invite, in this order, to speak about Terry Maddock. We're going to invite Janet Murphy up to the stage to speak about Paddy Scarlett. We're going to invite Sean Murphy up to the stage, and to speak about Mary Heffernan, we're going to invite Miss O'Reilly up on the stage. So, I'll pass you over now. And after this, Miss Boyle, our principal, will be taking over, and she will lead the ceremony from there on in. So, I'll pass you over now.
Thanks, Colin. It's a pleasure to be here today to talk about our colleague Terry. Terry Maddock, or Mad Dog as the students here used to call him, was born in Stoneybatter in Dublin's inner city and was educated in St Paul's CBS Secondary School in Brunswick Street. Following his leaving cert, he entered the world of employment, working as a civil servant for a while, before returning to education to complete a degree in mathematics and his HDiP in education in UCD. Secondary teaching followed. He went to Bray, then Palmerstown, and then became the very first teacher of maths here at Rath Dara Community College, which was then called Riversdale Community College in 1985. Terry brought with him great crack, enthusiasm, and an engaging classroom presence to every class he taught. He placed great value in real-world learning based on his life experiences and the experience of every student he taught. He understood that many students came to his class often very nervous of maths, afraid in some cases, and often overwhelmed and approaching the subject with some level of negativity. As a result, he approached the subject in a more enjoyable way. He felt that better supported the learning of each individual student. His maths class was always fun. He was engaging, supportive and collaborative member of the school teaching staff, and we had great crack in the staff room and many a laugh at lunch breaks with him. In particular, he enjoyed mentoring younger members of staff that came to train in the school or work in the school. He gave advice and suggested strategies based on his years of experience. This advice was usually accompanied by some amusing anecdote, and it was often quite quirky in places. Outside of the classroom, Terry was a true Renaissance man. He'd interest in many areas. He was extremely well-read and loved all types of music, from classical to Irish folk. He was an accomplished musician. He played the electric bass, the acoustic and lead guitar, and was also an accomplished Irish fiddle player. We had many a joyous Friday afternoon in the staff room listening to Terry and other colleagues down in the science lab playing music, and it was very much missed around the corridors of the school when Terry was no longer with us. He had a huge interest in all things scientific and was always at the forefront of new developments. He was one of the first people to truly understand the future potential of the internet. Most of our audience here today won't even remember that being introduced or invented, but Terry was crazy about the internet and all things scientific. But perhaps his greatest gifts were his warm personality, his tremendous and often cheeky wit, his great sense of fun, and his ability to brighten the day of any student and every staff member. No matter how difficult or bad your day was, 2 minutes in Terry's company and you would walk away with a smile on your face. He is very much missed by all those who worked with him, and we were lucky to work alongside him and call him a friend and a colleague. And the students in Riversdale Community College were very lucky to have him as a teacher.
Now, hi guys. So for almost 25 years here in Rath Dara, or Riversdale, Paddy Scarlett was a dedicated and inspirational teacher. He taught many subjects. He could turn his hand to anything. He'd be forever known as a music teacher. He brought the magic music to our students and to the entire school community. His talent and his passion for that music inspired students and staff alike. Indeed, Paddy became a mentor to many in their musical education and further careers. Way back in 1999, Paddy founded the Riversdale School Brass Band, and through his force of nature, he brought the school band all the way to Dallas in Texas to perform in the St. Patrick's Day celebrations there. Paddy was, I believe Terry Maddock was with him there as well, actually, in 1999. Paddy was a key figure in the annual DDLETB Festival of Music, which is still celebrated in the National Concert Hall. He's also a former member of the Army Band and a musical director of the Communication Workers Union Band. So that was the post office band, I think, in the day. Paddy was a keen historian and a very, very proud great-grandnephew of Pádraig and Willie Pearce. After retiring, it gave him great pleasure to return to the school here to raise our national flag during the 1916 commemoration ceremony. Paddy believed that all students from all backgrounds should be provided with the chance to continue their education. He was a believer in lifelong education, after having gone back into education himself in his latter years. In short, Paddy Scarlett was an inspiration, a true gentleman, and forever will be remembered fondly by all of us who were fortunate to know him. Thank you.
In 1990, Mary Hefner began her career in the then-named Riversdale Community College, following a transfer from St. Finian's Community College, Swords. As well as teaching French in the mainstream, Mary was actively involved in adult community education, as well as at the evolution of the Leaving Certificate Applied programme in the college. In addition, she served as the examination secretary from 1991 to 1996. Mary dedicated herself to the communities of Carduff and Ladyswell as our first homeschool community liaison officer. She was the first person to be appointed to this role in our school, and it was a role she hugely enjoyed and to which she brought her own outstanding personal qualities of empathy, kindness and wisdom. Mary was very cultured and creative, and it was these skills she brought to bear in co-founding a Music for All event here in the school, which ran in 1996 and again in 1997. It was that in-school, those two in-school events were the very foundation of what is now the annual DDLETB Music Festival, a flagship event held every March to celebrate the creative musical talent of the students in all the 33 DDLETB community colleges. Mary's well-deserved retirement in 2010 was blighted by a cancer diagnosis shortly afterwards, and she fought the illness bravely and philosophically until her death in July 2016. The words most often used to describe Mary were that she was a true lady, and this is how she is remembered: with great fondness by all those who knew her and benefited from her friendship and her collegiality.
Hello all and welcome. I have the wonderful job of presenting the awards for today. The awards, as we have been told, are named after teachers in the school, and they weren't their teachers, they were mentors. And I know it's hard for the people at the back to think about this, but I was very young once upon a time when I started out here in Rath Dara, and each one of the teachers taught me a lesson that has not only helped me survive education, but to survive life. For Terry, the lesson is very simple: find fun in everything. No matter what you do, there's something funny in it. From whistling the old triangle when you were dealing with student matter, to appearing at your worst time, and just by the end of it, I suppose your hardest job is not trying not to laugh. For Mary, it was pure positivity. There was not a student or a person that Mary couldn't find something positive in. Her famous saying was, "If life gives you lemon, make lemonade," and she always did. For Paddy, it was a sense of social justice. We often went to Paddy with problems. If he couldn't find a solution, he would go away and come back with one. He always stood beside you. He was always there if there was an issue. They are skills that all of our students should take with them into life. So could I call on a member of the Maddock family, please, and a member of Channor Real Estate to present the award, the Maddock Award. So, the Maddock Award goes to a student who embodies Terry's sense of fun. I have never had a conversation with a student where she's not giggling. She started every day and ended every day in Rath Dara with a smile on her face. The award goes to Emily Hukas, who is doing a degree in Geography and History at UCD. The second award, the Scarlet Award, goes to a student who embodies Terry's sense of social justice. She was a girl who was never afraid to say if she thought something was wrong, or to stand beside her peers if she felt that something had to be changed. She is completing a degree in law and criminology, so her sense of social justice has continued on, and we present the award to Adonai Capitano. The final award, the Heffernan Award, goes to a student who embodies Mary's key lesson of always find positivity in everything. If life gives you lemon, make lemonade, and she definitely has done that over her time in Rath Dara. She is always positive, she is always happy, and she always tries to do her best. She is continuing on her education with a degree in HR management, and that philosophy will help her to find a positive in everyone. The award goes to Elia Nessa.
a couple of the words. I'm delighted to be the giver of these awards to these young girls. I think they're fantastic, and I wish them well on it. And I've asked them to let us know how well they do each year, with a little note or after whatever it is. We're really interested to see how it goes, and we'll be delighted that we do this, and we continue to do it. I'm really impressed at how important this is to the school. So, thank you for that.
Well, we're ending at the end, and I suppose, I hope you all enjoyed the day anyway, and gives us an opportunity to showcase the school in such a positive way, in a positive way. There are a number of thank yous that I need to say before we round up. I have to put my glasses back on and find them in my pocket here someplace. But I suppose you can't just put these together without putting a lot of effort and thought into the occasion. And we would have had this event probably a couple of months ago, but we were getting a new roof and there were building works, and it was more or less a building site here, so we weren't in a position to do so. I just want to mention a few people here, and I hope I get everybody. I just want to mention Stephen, our caretaker, and Mr. Boyle for all their hard work in setting up the hall here today. Thanks to Mr. Cunningham, our sound man, sound engineer, and for doing all the photos, and he'll be putting up everything on social media later on. To the Board of Management and our Parents Association for celebrating the day with us. I'd like to thank all the students and staff, especially students from 5th year LCA and from transition year that helped out, the ambassadors at the front door, people who were down doing the teas and coffees. Thank you guys for all your efforts. You're absolutely fantastic and you made us really proud. So can you give that call? I want to give Miss Boyle a special mention because even though I'm standing up and saying a few words and stuff, really the exquisite planning that went into this event was all her good work, and she put a lot of thought and effort into it, and she needs a big boot of us. Thanks to all the family members that have turned up today and representing the Maddox College and Heffernan families. I'm just delighted to have you here again, guys. And all the memories just come flooding back, and I'll be sitting down this evening thinking about Mary and Paddy and Terry, and they were great memories, and the footprints that they left here in the school will forever be here. And can we give the tree mention Mr. Murphy and Miss Murphy and Mr. Riley for your beautiful words, and well done. I really appreciate it. Big boot of us. The families that turned up here to support the 3 recipients who have made us really, really proud. And I'm just delighted that you guys are getting a wonderful opportunity to go to college, and we do hope that this bursary fund will help you and make it easier for you. And we're really looking forward to find out how you journey over the next couple of years. And even though you left here last year, that door is always open. You come in any time, you're part of the family, and I want you to remember that. The best of luck in college. We had a side event here as well, and we're very lucky that it's really important. Partnership in education is so important. It's important to reach out to the community, because this school is a community college. It belongs to the community. And, you know, having the likes of Channor Real Estate Group supporting us in this way, and linking in with other agencies and companies and organisations. And one that comes to mind is Empower. And Empower do tremendous work here, especially preparing our students for the world of industry. And they had we had an opportunity to engage with them. We have a STEM initiative here in the school, which is Science, Technology, Engineering and Maths. We're the only school in Dublin, the new Education Training Board. It has a STEM teacher, and has a STEM room, and has a STEM team. And we're really driving that initiative forward. And Mr. Murphy, who leads that team, he got the opportunity to get these devices to help create digital art. And Miss Ball, the art teacher, and our second year students, which is 25 pieces of art, which were on display today. And Monica Lawless from Empower sponsored the event. And I have to say, it's a beautiful piece, and a beautiful art exhibition. And I want a big shout out to Miss Ball and her students for creating that art. A big shout out to Monica as well and Empower for making that. And I'm getting near the end, and I have to make sure that I mention not everybody. I hope that really anybody out. But congratulations again to Elliot, Emily, and Adeline. And I want you to know we're very proud of you, which I said earlier. But I want you guys in transition year, 5th year and 6th year to know we're equally as proud of you. And we really want you to reach your full potential and do your best. That's all we ask. Just give it your best shot. And somebody is sitting here, as I mentioned earlier, will be the next recipient of the Harrison Family Bursary Fund. And Aidan, Darren and Sean from Channor Real Estate Group, we cannot thank you enough for your generosity and kindness. And it's like, this bursary fund is making a huge difference in supporting our graduates, like the 3 girls here, on their next educational pathway. And we're forever grateful for this opportunity. And I'm gonna finally finish up. And I'm just looking for something reflective. I sometimes think of my own adversity that I faced in my own life. And it's just something I want you to remember. Sometimes life can be, I suppose, compared like a card game, you know? And you're dealt a set of hands, set of cards. And sometimes you get a bad hand. But you can't change your hand. You have to play whatever cards are in front of you. And you have to remember, you have to play them to the best of your ability. You know, school life, guys, it's not a level playing field. You know, some young people have to navigate school life with a lot of what we call social adverse childhood experiences and challenges. But I want you all to remember this. But what makes you a stronger person is when you overcome adversity to reach your full potential. Thank you everybody for coming here today. A big Bull of us